Hello, I hope you guys are doing great. I hope your spring break was the best. We went camping, so that was fun. I'll tell you a little bit about that, but let's get started on our project. So today, you should have the outline of the Among Us done. And today, I think we're gonna work on this portion. I guess that's the lens. That's how I would describe it. And I do want to add like a little highlight. So I'm going to draw like a little oval to do the highlight. And then I was thinking that this part would be black and then this part would be white. So I started with a very long string of black because I feel like that's a lot of space. And we're going to do satin stitch, which is going to look totally solid, filled in. I am thinking that this is too far to go with one single thread of satin stitch. So we're gonna work in rows and kind of blend them together as we go. And I might do some lines here to kind of tell me where my stitches are gonna go. So I'm gonna do this section first and we're gonna see how far we can get today. So we always go in the back. First thing I wanna do is tighten it up. I want it to be like a drum, very tight. Yee-hoo! So much fun. I can't wait for this to be done and then see all the progress you made. So we're ready. Going in the back, I'm gonna start in the edge, but not all the way over because I wanna make sure that I keep it straight. So remember, there's a thread saving method and then there's the way that's gonna use a lot. I am going to try to do the thread saving method. When I pull it down, I need it to not be to the side, all the way. I want it to be very straight, perpendicular all the way down. So I've eyeballed that. And we just pull it through. Thread saving method means I go up right next to it. Go like that. Go in. Go up right next to it. Bring that line straight. Go in, although I'm gonna go in on this curve because I'm running out of room here. Now I'm going to have to come back to do this. So how I'll do this is I will just keep going. And then I feel like that looks solid. I'm gonna come back next door over here. Up. Remember, it has to look like it's going straight right next door. Now, if you were not doing the thread saving method, this is what it would look like. Go down. And I could already see. So the non-thread saving method, which will look better, is that it goes up on the same side and it goes down at the bottom. And then here's the non-thread saving. It goes up on the beginning side. Either way works fine. I can tell my skills are better when I do the non-thread saving. They look better, my stitches look better. So while I'm finishing this up, and hopefully you are stitching along with me at home, I went camping for the first time in 7 long years. I have 3 kids. My 2 oldest boys were in Cub Scouts, so they had all the gear and they went camping a lot. And my daughter, when she was probably about 18 months old, joined a camping trip with the boys as I did. And let's just say nobody got any sleep that night because that child was not gonna sleep in a tent. So, yes, that's her laughing. So we were very tired and we left the next day, even though we were supposed to stay one more night. So I have not been interested in doing that again. That was not fun. However, we have all this camping gear in our attic, and I said that we needed to use it or get rid of it. So she is now almost 9, and oh, this keeps happening. It's okay, mistakes. We did it again, and we just did a very close park.
We were supposed to do 2 nights,
Yeah.
but then it was thunderstorming the second night, so we went home.
Yes, so that night that it was thunderstorming on spring break is when we were still supposed to be camping, but we were so close to home, we said, you know, nobody wants to bring down wet tents.
Tent camping is funner than RV camping.
You think so? So yes,
Yeah.
we're talking tent camping, no cabins, no RVs. So we have all the gear, mostly. We had to buy a few things, but now the mission is we should go camping because it was fun. And
We went on a hike and it was so tiring.
we did go on a hike. So that was our spring break. Just a trial run of camping. So if you are a family that goes camping, you'll have to tell me in the Google Classroom, where you like to go, because I'm going to book another one and you have to think far in advance. Yeah. And so what else did I do? I actually replanted a lot of plants from my yard because a lot of them were dead from the snow. And we just had a good week. We went out to eat a lot or got food. And it was just lovely.
I got to see my friend that lives in Fort Worth.
Yes, we had a visitor from out of town visiting another friend, and then we're friends with them too, so. All right, so I see a little mistake I did. Went over too far, right here. So now I'm gonna have to go back and just put one thread there, so I don't wanna see white. Very common, could happen, easy, fix it. So I'm thinking we get this portion done, then we do what's the little backpack, and then we'll do the whole body, close up our enrichment for spring, and you'll have to keep me posted on your projects because it's okay if you don't finish. So see how my tail is right here? I just need to pay attention that if it gets too close to the fabric that I let some out, because that is a mistake I made too. So I'm just gonna keep going. Hopefully I'm gonna get all of this done. This is something I could have brought camping with me. I didn't because I had so many other things, but I really should have.
We made s'mores.
S'mores are classic for camping.
Yeah.
And my boys thought hot dogs over a flame was the best.
They were.
So they ate a lot of hot dogs.
And then we had burgers one night.
It was great. You have to tell me about your spring break plans. The other option is we could fill this Among Us in with flowers. That would be really fun. I just am in love with flowers. So if you vote for that option, you should tell me in the classroom. All right, so now I'm just gonna get quiet and I'm gonna put this on fast forward. I'm gonna let you watch me go through the motions and I'm gonna have you finish up. Feel free to reach out to me with questions. Okay, I have my white thread loaded, full 6 strands in the back. I'm gonna overlap just a little bit. So I'm gonna go over the black just a little bit so that I can fill in the gaps. Pull it all the way through. What are the chances that my needle goes through my knot? This is what I'm talking about, see? Crazy things happen in embroidery. Okay, got that. This I don't expect you to fix, but I've done enough that I know I can fix that. But really, what are the chances that my needle would go through the knot? I guess pretty high, because seems like it happens. All right, we're just gonna work it. I'll have to come back and fill that little bit in. Even though it's white fabric, we still need to put the stitching on. It'll just give it a more finished and polished look. I'm getting a little bit of fabric bunching, which I don't like. I need to keep tightening this. I am actually gonna do this with the one that takes a lot of thread, which means I'm gonna go up the same side each time because I can see where I'm getting sloppy. Yours might not look like this. Maybe it'll look better. Maybe it won't look this good. I want you to know that each of us are artists that are learning this craft, that this is going to be something that we improve on, that we find our style. No, you're not doing that right now. You cannot make noise while I'm trying to do a video. Can you please not do that? I can already see how it looks so much nicer as I go up and down the same side. Sorry. Now I don't want to forget that little bit on the back. Looking good. All right, so what other things? There's 10 more Mondays of this school year left, which is crazy.
What? 10 more Mondays?
Crazy town. 10 Mondays.
And 10 more Tuesdays and all?
I don't know. Somebody just told me it was 10 Mondays. Thought I would share. Some people are sad about that. They want it to.
I kind of am.
Yeah, schools. Even
mean,
though
even though
sometimes
school-
we have a hard time waking up.
But school's like, also, like, you can see your friends and all.
That's true. Depends on what your plans are. Okay, so mine is not looking perfect. Like the line is not perfect, but I think that looks good for a highlight. So a highlight is when, if you were to take a picture, where would the reflection bounce back at you? And not all the time are they perfect. So I am thinking, I like it. Like that. Work with me, string. And I definitely can see how much better it looks than just the fabric. So if we're questioning, like, why do we have to do this? It's white. It just looks so much better. All right, I'm gonna stop there and I'm just gonna go straight over here and go up on this side. All right, let me see how it looks. I like it. I'll get this little string off. And I'm gonna tie it off. Single or double? I do double most of the time. It depends on what you're using for. Double for sure if you're gonna wash it. All right, so that's this week's. Yay! Hope you guys had a good time with that. And remember, you can do hard things. Persevere through it. Stop and take a break if you need to. You got this. Alrighty, that was awesome how fast that was. I'm just gonna go and fill in a couple spots on mine. So if you don't want these little white spots, you really have to overlap, and I didn't even think about it. So I'm just gonna go back while I have some thread and kind of cover up any more marks. You won't see this as much with black. Sometimes you can see every little, oh, and I did what I told you not to do, see? It's okay, it happens to all of us. Now my tail is stuck, so I'm just gonna keep going till I'm out of thread, just to cover up these little marks. Then we'll do the white part. This definitely was a lot of work this week, but I think we're gonna have to move a little fast like this so that we can get done in the amount of time that we have. While I was doing this, I thought of some things that we could do with the body of it. Okay, I'm gonna tie this off. Remember, the back looks messy, and that is okay. This is all the work. And now I'm gonna prepare for the white.